Dan-Ayel was the Hebrew name for Daniel, and in the book of Daniel we see that his name was changed. Now, Dan-Ayel in Hebrew means God is my judge, and whenever I read the book of Daniel, I find it so encouraging, because we see where Daniel was, he walked with God, and he was really dedicated in his worship to God. He would pray 3 times a day. He would eat healthily. And also, he would never compromise on how he worshipped God. He never compromised. And we see that in chapters 1 to 4, especially when he was, tested in his diet, and tested also for not praying, giving up his prayer life, which he wouldn't do, hence why he got thrown into the lion's den. He never compromised with his faith. And it got me to thinking that, where are you with your worship with God? Where are you with your faith in God? How much time do you dedicate to praying to God? How much time do you dedicate to your worship to the Lord? Sometimes it's so easy to get caught up with the cares of this world. It's so easy to get distracted, get distracted with life, get distracted with issues and problems and what have you. But where does God come with you in your life? Is he first in your life? Is he the first thing that you think of when you get up to the last thing you think of at night? Where do you prioritize God in your life? Daniel prayed 3 times a day. It was important to Daniel to talk to God, to communicate with God throughout the day. And it's such a powerful thing to be able to talk to God throughout your day, to inquire of the Lord in your affairs, to ask him questions on issues that you might be facing in your life. It's such a powerful thing to include God in every aspect of your life. And so when I read the story of Daniel, I'm encouraged greatly. I'm encouraged, I'm uplifted, and it's very edifying. It's very edifying reading the book of Daniel, because it shows us, if you will, like an example of how we can put God first in our life. And it shows us an example of what it looks like not to compromise at all in your faith, in the way that you walk with God. And so I just find it very encouraging, the book of Daniel. When we read it, we see how strong he was in his faith. And don't get me wrong, being strong in your faith takes time. It takes dedication, which is what Daniel was. And it takes you spending time in the Word, spending time in prayer. It takes you prioritizing your faith in the Lord, assessing your priorities in your life. Does everything come before prayer? Does everything come before you talk to God? Does everything come before you read the Bible? Before you, do you set specific time? Do you set a specific time to read the Word, to pray, to have fellowship with God? Because if you don't, then this whole entire time of having time at home has been a waste. Don't let any time be a waste. Use this time wisely to get closer to God. Use this time to prioritize things that maybe before wasn't prioritized in your life. Use this time to rearrange some things here and there, and just to get a regular prayer life, a regular reading your Bible life. Be about that life. Be about your Father's business. And I promise you'll see such changes in your life. You'll see such a big dramatic change in the way things operate in your life. You know, Jesus said to seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be added unto you. So we know from that we don't need to worry about the other things that are in our life. So long as we prioritize God in our life, all the other things, all the cares of the world will be taken care of, and we'll be able to think more clearly about those things. God will give us revelation and understanding concerning these other things that might be an issue in our life. So I just wanted to share that with you, impart some wisdom with you, and I pray that this video blesses you. I pray that it encourages you, and if you're lost as into how to go about prioritizing the things in your life, then may I suggest that you go back into the book of Daniel, chapters 1 to 4, and just go over that and let that word minister to you, and ask God to, you know, shine a light on the things that are taking up your time, that are not allowing you to prioritize God in your life, that are not allowing you to prioritize your walk with God. I pray this video blesses you. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. And remember, Jesus is the light of this world. God bless you.
It says this: our God is awesome. He can move mountains. Keep me in the valley